Okay, so after looking at this list of all the things that I have to get done in the next 2.5 months, I gotta admit, I am a little bit overwhelmed, but you know what? We're gonna make it work. Hello everybody, my name is Danny and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I am going to be talking about all of my plans for NaNoWriMo and beyond into the rest of 2021, but before we get to that I have to talk about all of the things that I'm currently in the middle of that I have to finish by the end of October so that I'm actually ready for NaNoWriMo and beyond. And boy is it a lot, so why don't I just get into it. So I have two writing projects that I have to get to a certain point at by the end of the month. And the first is Revelry in the Dark, my dark academia novel that was actually my nano project last year. I want to finish, not chapter 2, draft 2. I have 12 more chapters, I think, to go through and edit. And then I just want to read through it one more time to, get rid of any crutch words or fix some last minute changes. And then I'm going to send it off to beta readers so that they can have it for November and December. I'm not even gonna worry about this story until January. I'm giving them plenty of time to read it through and give me feedback. And I also have to finish my outline for my nano project, which I'm calling Project Labyrinth. It is a cozy fantasy story with like fae elements in there, and as you probably saw from the title, takes some inspiration from the mythology surrounding the labyrinth, and also a little bit of Orpheus and Eurydice thrown in there, some Hades vibes. It's a good time. I'm really, really excited for this story. I have done a first preliminary outline where it's kind of just getting the beats of the story down, and today I actually started the chapter outline, and I have the first couple of chapters already figured out, and I just have to do the rest of the story. But yeah, I have to get that done before November because November's when I'm going to be drafting it. And then as far as reading goes, I have two big reading things that I have to get done by the end of the month. The first is that I am beta reading for my friend Caitlin Ash, and the deadline for that is October 31st. And I know that she probably wouldn't mind if I took a little bit of extra time to fully get through her story, but I don't want this to bleed over into my precious nano time, and also just a really good story, so I want to read it and get feedback to her already. So that's something I have to finish, and I also have to read the entire Hunger Games trilogy by the 28th, which on the day that I'm filming this, it is the 19th, and I am about a third of the way through book 1. So I think I can do it. The 28th is when the live show for Mockingjay is for the Nostalgia Train book club, and like an idiot, I haven't read the first two books. They were the picks for August and September, but I didn't have my Hunger Games books with me in August, and then in September I just read pretty much anything else, and so that's why I have to read all 3 books this month. And yeah, it's gonna be kind of tough, but I think I can do it. It's just that I have a whole lot of things going on in October, so it's just a bit of a time crunch. I also have to make my costume for Ren Fair because I am going to Ren Fair on the 30th, and I plan on making not a good costume, but my first ever cosplay. Sort of, I kind of did like a half cosplay in high school once, but that's neither here nor there. I want to go as Keyleth from Critical Role, so I have to make some stuff for that, and that's gonna take up time. So, yeah, on top of the fact that I work 40 hours a week, I've got my work cut out for me. But then once November and December roll around, I still have some pretty big projects, but it should be a little more low-key in terms of the stress I'm under. So, like I said, in November I plan on participating in NaNoWriMo, and my project is Project Labyrinth, and my goal is to get the actual 50,000 words to win NaNoWriMo, but really my goal is to finish the draft. But also, if I don't finish it in November, that's no big deal. I know last year with Revelry, I hit the 50,000, and then I took a couple extra days to fully finish my draft because it ended up at I think 54,000 words, and I'm perfectly fine if that happens again this year. But yes, I'm very excited for that, and I hope to bring you guys some great Project Labyrinth content in November, so stay tuned for that. In November, I also had originally planned on beta reading for someone else after I finished beta reading for Caitlin, because apparently I like to overwhelm myself because it helps my friends. But then her timeline changed on when she was expecting feedback, and she wants it quite a bit earlier, so I just don't think that's gonna work out anymore, which I mean is a little sad because I would definitely have liked to beta read, but also gives me time to focus on my own nano project. And then finally, we make it to December, which is what I'm calling my finishing up month, where I just look at all of the things that I had planned to do this year and rush to try and cram it all in at the end of the year. So, like I said, I'll probably be finishing up the last little bit of Project Labyrinth with the first draft, like how I did with Revelry last year, and any of my other outstanding goals that I made at the beginning of the year. There's not a whole lot that I still want to do that I think I can finish. One of them is that I wanted to read the entire Inheritance cycle, and I just finished Brissinger the other day, which means I only have one book left, and so that's probably going to happen in December if all goes well. We'll see. And then, because beta reading seems to be a theme that I'm talking about in this video, my good friend Crystal has finished her draft of Project Incarnate, and I will be in her second round of beta readers, at least I assume I am. We kind of talked about it a little bit, but also never got really any confirmation. So Crystal, let me know if that's actually something I'm doing, but I would be beta reading for her in December for that. Excuse the cat screaming in the background. I'm gonna go check on her and make sure she's okay. Okay, yes, so the cat is okay. She's right in front of me. Oh, there's her tail. I'm just going to keep filming and try to ignore her. So, sorry. But, yes, I have two special events that are going to be going on in December, and one of them I can't tell you about just yet. You'll have to wait a little bit longer for me to fully announce it. Oh, you can see Whiskey's head popping up a little bit there. Um, yes, the other special event that I can talk about is that I have so much content that I want to put out by the end of the year that I will actually be uploading video every day in the last week of December. So from the 24th through the 31st, expect quite a bit of content from me. Some of it will probably include Whiskey, because clearly she wants to be in my video. Um, yeah, I think that's all of what I had to say. I wonder if you guys can hear her purring right now, because oh boy, she sounds like a jet engine. She's so loud. Yeah, that's my plans for the rest of the year. It's a lot, but also I think it's manageable. Uh, so let me know down below what you guys are doing for the rest of the year. If you're working on a project during NaNoWriMo, definitely tell me about it. I would love to talk about it with you, or any other projects you've got going on, if there's any books that you plan on reading by the end of the year. Um, yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I'll see you in the next video. Bye!